Hey, good morning. This is Hutch Putney here with Nichols. We are down at Highlight, who is a local to the Midwest. I'm here with Andrew, who's one of their lead engineers for packaging. We're just going to show you a couple options they have from entry level to mid-grade packaging. They cover everything from hand to fully blown custom automation. But I'm going to turn the mic over to Andrew, and we're going to get started.
Thanks, Hutch. We're going to start here. So as Hutch mentioned, we manufacture stretch wrap equipment, as you can see here. We do standard systems, is what we're kind of going to go through today, as well as fully custom automation. To start out here, we're going to look at the Synergy 0.5, and this is a very easy first step into stretch wrap equipment. So the Synergy 0.5, it's a turntable system with a manual carriage. But the beauty is it uses hand film. So any customer that's already using hand film or buying hand film can jump right into a Synergy 0.5 without changing any of what they're buying. So we'll give a quick example of what this looks like. Put the hand film on here, thread it through the carriage, hook to the pallet, and then it's just a simple foot pedal operation to start. And then a foot pedal off. So the benefits of the Synergy 0.5 is, one, it saves an operator from having to bend down and wrap the pallet, walk around, get dizzy. It's quicker. And then another benefit is you can wrap lower on the pallet. A lot of times hand wrapping, you don't wrap very low on the pallet because it's challenging. The 0.5 allows you to easily wrap the load to the pallet. So benefits: uses hand film that your customer's already buying. It's a lower investment. These start at $36.95. It's quicker to wrap, and you can wrap lower on the pallet.
Is there any stretch with this machine?
That's a good question, Hutch. There's not a ton of stretch. So what you get is this roller here, which is basically acts as a brake. You can use pre-stretched hand film, which will allow you to get the stretch that you normally get, or it's basically just a tension system.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thanks for the demonstration. As you can see, this machine is very simple, very easy to use. They're extremely cost conscious with these, so you can have multiple locations, 2, 3, 4 setups throughout your facility. A couple more questions for you, Andrew. What is the weight limit on this unit right here?
That's a great question. So the standard capacity of the turntable like this is 4,000 pound capacity.
Okay.
And then per application, we can build to customize for more weight if needed.
Okay. And the other question I have for you too is, what are the options for getting your skid up on here? Because a lot of guys are hand wrapping and gals right now.
Sure. So like we can see here, this is our low profile unit. It's about 3 inches tall. So this can be loaded with a forklift, or we can attach a ramp to it and you can load it right on there with a pallet jack. We also offer a high profile unit, which is a couple inches taller.
Okay.
And that would just be a forklift only.
Okay, good. And do you have a price breakdown or return on investment on what it costs on average to have this unit per day into a new facility?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of times we can see with the savings in labor, you can get this unit and it's about $5 per day.
Okay. And how many loads per day will actually justify really one of these machines?
We see as low as even 3 loads a day. You can find justification to purchase one of these machines. Probably 3 to around the 10 or 12 range. Once you start getting into 12 or more loads per day, you can start looking into a little more sophisticated machine,
okay,
which will actually save you on film costs. And we'll look at that next.
Awesome. Yep. So let's move into the next machine. And if you have any questions, reach out to your Nichols rep on this unit. Well, here we are into the next machine. I'm going to let Andrew go into it. But this is by far probably the most common and most popular machine we sell is a Predator XS. But like I said, I'm going to let him go through the panel, go through some details on this, and we can go from there.
Thanks, Hutch. Yeah, so as Hutch said, this is our Predator XS, and this is one of our more popular units. What you get in the Predator XS is you get a next level of automation. So the Predator XS has a turntable as well, but the carriage is automated. And then you also get auto film cut. So at the end of the cycle, the machine will actually cut the film. You can remove the pallet and it's ready to go for the next one. The other huge benefit to the Predator XS is power pre-stretch. That means with every 10 inches of film that come off the roll, 33 get applied to the load. So it's 230% stretch. And so the benefits come in film savings and time savings with this machine. Typically we see if you're wrapping 20, 30 loads a day, these will pay back well under 12 months.
Okay.
Okay, so working through the control panel on the XS, we have the start button and then wrap up only or up and down. 90% of applications is up and down. If you have a light application, you could do up only to save some film. But from there, we have the number of top wraps and the number of bottom wraps you can select. And then it's basically manual control. So if you wanted to manually jog the turntable, you can put it in manual mode. Same with the film carriage, manual up, manual down. And then turntable speed, carriage speed, and film force. So turntable speed determines how fast the turntable rotates from 0 to 12 RPM. Carriage speed determines how fast the carriage ascends and descends, which determines the overlap of the film. Usually for most applications, we target a 20% overlap. Film force decides how fast the film pays out and then determines how tight it wraps to the pallet. So a lighter application, you'd use less film force, where a heavier application, you'd increase the film force. Finally, we have the e-stop, emergency stop button, and the power switch. Okay. So we'll quick go through some of the operation. Basically to start, it's got film assist here, so it's powered film assist. You hook the film to your pallet, and then press the start button. As the carriage raises, there's a photo eye to detect the height of the pallet, which will automatically stop it at the height, at the top.
Can you control your wraps, top, bottom, or how it goes on?
Yes, so on the control panel here, there's a couple options. You can change top wraps and bottom wraps, so you can do 1, 2, or 3 top wraps.
Okay.
Or and 2, 3, or 4 bottom wraps.
Okay.
You can also adjust the carriage speed, which determines how much film actually goes on the load.
What is the carriage speed?
The carriage speed determines how quick this ascends or descends.
Okay.
And then you can adjust the turntable speed as well from 0 to 12 RPM.
Slow it right down, yep.
Yeah. As well as film force. So film force is how tight the film applies to the load. So with a heavier load, you can increase the film force, lighter load, decrease. So here at the end, we'll see the auto film cut feature. We'll puncture the film to finish its last half a cycle and tear it.
Awesome. So a lot of options with this unit. That's why it's one of my favorites. You get a lot more stretch with the machine. When we sell these to you, Andrew and myself or another engineer will come in and help dial them in for you too. What about film? Do you have any recommendations on film? Just 20-inch film, or doesn't really matter?
Yeah, so these are typically in a 20-inch width film. The gauge of the film is kind of application specific depending on what you're wrapping. But it uses a wide variety of film. And operation of the machine is very simple. It's an easy thread carriage. Drop the film in, shut the door. To load the film, we attach the film here on this film mandrel. It sits on there. And then this door opens. And then we follow the film feed diagram, which is up here, so we drop the film inside. There's one roller back here we wrap around. And then we close the door.
Well, I appreciate your time, Andrew. As we said, Highlight is located right here in the Midwest, so still pretty local to all of our facilities. Everything's made to order, custom built, so there is a little lead time, but not long at all. But if you have any questions, please reach out to your Nichols rep or myself.